One minute, I was shopping for a designer bag in Paris. Next, I was scrubbing toilets in a castle for a guy who raised pigs. Talk about a crazy plot twist. Hi, I'm Ivy. Please like and subscribe because this story will blow your mind. From birth, I had it all. Dad gave me a Tesla before I could even walk. They were big shot politicians, and while they gave me everything, the one thing they never gave me was their time. They were always traveling, meetings here, conferences there. Sometimes I had to watch the news just to remember what they looked like. People envied my life. I envied, well, people who actually had parents around. But at least I got a fat allowance to drown out the loneliness. I threw the best parties, wore the priciest outfits, and believed I was living the life. Until everything came crashing down. I was 17 when it happened. I was scrolling through the TV when I stumbled on a news headline that made my stomach drop.
Breaking news. The Federal Investigation Unit is probing Mr. and Mrs. Stone for large-scale fraud using shell companies and offshore accounts.
Mr. and Mrs. Stone? That was my mom and dad! I called them immediately to ask about what I heard. I called repeatedly, but no one answered. My heart raced. Something was wrong. Come on, Mom, pick up! Dad? Just when I thought I could faint from fright alone, Mom sent me a message. We're okay. Don't call. We'll explain everything later. No call, no explanation. Not even a how are you. I tried to convince myself they wouldn't abandon me, but that illusion broke the next morning. I woke up to find 2 cops on our doorstep, with a warrant and icy voices.
Are you Ivy Stone?
I nodded, heart racing.
We're here to seize Mr. and Mrs. Stone's property. They're fugitives in a financial crime case.
That was the moment my world collapsed.
Records say you've got an aunt in North Carolina. She has agreed to take you in. You're underage. We can't leave you here alone.
And just like that, I was shipped off to the middle of nowhere to my mother's sister, a woman my mom cut all ties with when I was still a toddler. She worked as a servant in the royal palace now and stayed in the servants' quarters. I was on my way to meet her when the universe gave me a clear sign that coming here was a mistake. You! Are you blind? Do you know how much this costs? He turned around to face me and I almost lost my footing. He was gorgeous. Bright green eyes, dark messy hair, tall but definitely my age range.
Sorry, princess. I don't have eyes at the back of my head.
Just like that, the spell broke. Oh, how dare you insult me after what you did?
Hey, who wears Dior near a pig pen?
You lowly, muddy, pig-stinking, farm floor-wiping pig!
Wow, creative. You should write poetry.
I forced myself to locate Aunt Nancy's house before I buried someone in pig mud. I was still seething. I couldn't even bring myself to cheer up when I finally did. Welcome to North Carolina, Ivy! What's welcoming about this place? Everyone stinks like a farm. Ivy, with what happened, you should be grateful for this opportunity to change scenery. But that was easier said than done. First, she served something that looked like suffering. Is this prison food? Oatmeal surprise, with a pinch of sardine oil for flavor. Built strong bones. I'd rather break a bone. I rejected the food, determined to order something that didn't look like something I'd rather throw on someone, like that pig guy. But when I tried ordering dinner from a nearby cafe app, I discovered something that made me scream. No funds? Card declined? What? Turns out I'd spent my last allowance on a shopping spree I barely remembered. Great. Now I went broke, parentless and foodless. How was I supposed to survive? For days, I barricaded myself in that tiny room. My so-called friends were too busy mocking me online while my parents were still MIA. It felt like the world had turned its back on me. Aunt Nancy swapped her usual prison food for something brighter, things I could recognize. Still, I couldn't eat. Your food's gone cold. So is my soul. If it's that bad, why not get a job and buy your fancy meals? It's summer holiday after all. I wasn't born to work. I was born to be adored. I knew I was giving her a hard time, but I was so angry at how my life flipped. I couldn't see past my own misery. Until one stormy night. Ugh, I hate storms. Unable to sleep, I shuffled to the living room to distract myself, and found Aunt Nancy showing off some improvisation skills. Hey, why are you fixing that by yourself? The rain is going to soak everywhere if I don't. Shouldn't you be sleeping in your room?
You're sleeping in it.
That's your bedroom? You left it for me? That's when I realized that this house only had one bedroom. You're sleeping on the floor just so I can be comfortable? Why even bring me here when you and Mom don't even talk?
Your mom is the one who cut me off. Once she had money and fame, she started treating poor people like me like I was a disease. But you're my niece. I wasn't about to let them throw you into some foster care without a fight.
Tears stung my eyes. All this time, I'd acted like a brat, but she was the only one who'd shown up for me. That night, I promised myself I'd carry my weight and stop acting like the world owed me something. So, I applied for a part-time job at the palace, even though Aunt Nancy insisted I shouldn't bother. And the governess gave me a position I never expected.
You've been assigned as a personal assistant to a member of the royal family. Report upstairs after dinner.
Wait, personal assistant? Royal family? Like crown prince kind of royal?
Something like that. Be respectful. Don't make him upset.
Rumor said the prince had been ruling the kingdom since he was just a child, with the governess's help. This could be my big break. Impress him, marry rich, and escape Pigtown for good. So I put on my best smile to meet my so-called salvation. Good evening, my prince. I've brought...
Oh, it's you again.
No way.
Looks like you're in charge of keeping me happy now, Miss Dior.
This must be a joke. Okay, so plot twist, you're the prince. So you shoveled mud just to humiliate me earlier?
Some of us like working hard. You're stuck with me now, princess. I expect my boots cleaned by morning. Royal dirt only, of course.
Never. I quit. I wouldn't give him that chance to humiliate me.
I intend to double your pay in 2 weeks. Unless this cranky attitude's permanent. Then go ahead.
I wanted to scream or throw grapes in his smug face. But double pay? I could have enough for myself and for Aunt Nancy. Fine, Prince.
Casper. Just call me Casper.
Just as I had expected from a muddy pig prince. Casper hired me just to torture me. Wake up at 5 a.m. and scrub Pigman's boots with my bare hands. This work was already a royal pain. Stupid mud-shoveling prince.
You missed a spot.
Say one more word, I swear I'll fling this at your royal head.
Temper, temper. Not very maid-like.
You're enjoying this.
Immensely.
He made it his duty to give me the dirtiest tasks ever. There were flies, there was animal poop. But what shocked me was how easily he did it all. Show off. Then I tripped over a rake.
You okay there, Dior?
Get out of my life! I tried not to care, but curiosity was killing me. Why would a prince do farm work? Was he broke? Cut off? Pretending? Maybe the palace was just holding on to past glory. But then, how did he afford to pay so many servants? When I asked Aunt Nancy, she just didn't care much about all those things. So I was convinced he probably was just some broke fraud in a crown. Especially after he dragged me to the market to buy food for animals. Where are your guards? Aren't you, like, important?
I am, but you only attract danger when you live loud. No one wants to kidnap a guy who haggles over carrot prices.
So, you don't worry about safety?
Not really. I learned from my parents. They were too royal, too distant. People hated them. They had plenty of foes, and it wasn't long before those foes made their move. So my parents have to live a secluded life. I don't even know where they are now.
Oh.
It's fine. I decided then I'd live differently. No flashy shows of power, just a quiet impact.
His reason for a simple life sounded so noble. But watching him argue over loose change...
So I can't get a 50-cent discount?
Nah, I remain convinced he was definitely a broke prince. 3 weeks into my stay here, I came into his room for my routine cleaning and found him in front of a safe full of cash and gold. What? You're rich!
My parents may not be royalty anymore, but I didn't lose their wealth.
Then why live like this? You've got servants, money. You should be out shopping, partying, wearing designers.
I live to fix my parents' mistake. When I turn 18 and take the crown, the people won't get a king, they'll get a servant.
The life of excess I once had suddenly felt empty.
Just 'cause I have money doesn't mean I should waste it. The farm may be a cover, but when I use earned money to help people, it feels right. It feels like I'm giving, not spending someone else's riches.
Wait, you work, get money, then give it out?
What? It's called giving to charity? Speaking of that, I will be visiting the orphanage tomorrow. Want to come?
That night, my respect for him skyrocketed. He was everything I hadn't been. Grateful, grounded, good. And when I followed him to the orphanage, I realized he wasn't bluffing. He even came with a truckload of gifts. Casper, you came!
Of course I did. I brought someone new, too.
Are you his wife? What? No, I'm just a visitor.
Relax, future queen of awkward.
Casper could tease me all he liked, but that day I began to see who he truly was beyond all that sass. He wasn't performing. He truly cared, and the kids adored him. Thanks to him, I even got some love too. I made this. You're really pretty.
Oh, thank you. We spent the whole day laughing, giving, and just being at the orphanage. Something in me changed after that day. I was starting to love the girl I was becoming. The longer I stayed, the more this place felt like home. Then, one night, I got a call from an unknown number. Hello?
Ivy, it's me, Mom!
Mom? Where are you?
Shh, your dad and I, we're in hiding, but we've arranged something. Meet us at the old bus station outside town. Tomorrow evening, we'll plan our escape. We miss you, sweetheart. And Ivy, don't tell anyone.
The next night, I went, still reeling from the call. At that moment, I thought maybe it would all be okay.
There she is!
But they had a lot of explaining to do. Why did you leave me? Did you really commit fraud?
It was all lies. We vanished to keep you safe, but now we have a plan to reunite. We just need your help.
Help?
We knew that you work for the palace. That's our key.
What are you talking about?
Those royals are swimming in wealth. If you can just get something, cash, jewelry, we'll vanish for good, start fresh.
My mind flashed to Casper's safe, but you want me to steal?
It's not stealing, it's survival. They won't notice. You're underage anyway, so even if you're caught,
You left me. Now you want to use me?
we did it to protect you.
No! You did it for yourselves! You never even checked on me!
We couldn't, they were tracking us.
Just then, I got a text from Casper that read, "We're looking for you. You okay?" I stared at the screen. That one text meant more than all the gifts my parents ever gave me.
I came here hoping you were innocent, but asking me to steal from my employer, your own sister's workplace, shows me exactly who you are. Don't be stupid, Ivy. Don't waste this chance. No, I won't be your pawn.
When I returned, I found them waiting, worried.
Ivy, my goodness, where have you been? We've been looking everywhere.
I saw my parents.
You what?
They told me to come with them, that we could run, change our names. They wanted me to steal for them. Casper's eyes went dark, while Aunt Nancy covered her mouth in shock. I almost said yes. For a second, I wanted to. I thought I missed them. But then I remembered everything I've learned here. Everything you've taught me. How you chose a different path despite who your parents were. So I came back. Then Aunt Nancy pulled me into a tight hug.
Welcome back, Ivy. And also, you're fired.
What? I just told you I didn't agree to steal!
Pack your things. You're done working here.
Was he serious right now? I was about to explode. Until I saw Aunt Nancy trying not to laugh. Okay, what's really going on?
You're fired as a maid, not from my life. You're enrolling in my school. Final year, fully funded, salary stays, college scholarship from your annoying boss.
Wait, are you serious?
I've cleared it with your aunt and the school. Welcome to Royal High School, Princess Dior.
I was so happy I could cry. You scared me. I was about to fight you.
Fight me? With what? Those baby fists?
Oh, now you're in trouble. I thought money was everything, until someone with nothing gave me everything, and someone with everything lived humbly. They taught me that true strength lies not in what you own, but in what you choose when no one's watching.
How's it possible that I've never set foot in a place this close to me before? It's kind of dark and eerie. If only it was covered in flowers, then it'd totally be a Disney castle. Oh, someone's here. I went to say hi, but she didn't seem very welcoming. Stay away from this spooky place before it sucks the life out of you, young girl. So that means you're not working here anymore? The maid just shook her head before she hurried off. Here comes my chance! Hey guys, Jocasta here. And this Dracula-esque castle is none other than Mr. Joseph Williams. Are you wondering who that is? I'm curious too. All I know about him is that he's my parents' creditor, and I'm here to ask him to extend the deadline for their debt. But as one of his mates just quit, I could work here to pay off the debt instead, right? Hello, I'm Jocasta, your new maid. No answer. Should I just come in? If anything, the master should blame the old maid for leaving the gates open. So I had to find my own way inside. Hello? I'm the new maid. Master, are you here? No? Not here. Not here either. Is he still sleeping at this hour? Oh, there he is. Huh? He's not old and gray like I thought he'd be. I introduced myself, then he returned to his painting, and coldly said,
Work off your debt? Fine. Let's see how long you'll last. Just keep in mind, don't ever make me angry.
Oh, master, you're worrying over nothing. I wouldn't even care about you. But turns out he wasn't worrying over nothing. He's actually infuriatingly difficult.
The curtains must remain drawn during nighttime. There must be absolutely no noise at all, and his bedroom is strictly forbidden.
Who gave you permission to sit there?
Oops, I forgot. I must keep a distance of 10 feet from him at all times, even during meals. Phew, finally it's time to rest. Though I've been working here for a couple of days, I'm still not used to Master Joseph's ridiculous rules. Huh? What's that staring at me? Ah! Rat! There's a rat! Help!
What on earth are you shrieking about at this hour? You dare to disturb my sleep?
Master, save me! There it is! It's coming! He stood bravely like a warrior, ready to fight the beast. Look at his broad shoulders, his hair, his chiseled face, and his every movement is so smooth. That hideous rat was finally running scared. What a relief!
You're making a fuss over nothing. Move to another room tomorrow. This one is too shabby.
Looking closely, my fastidious master looks kinda handsome, doesn't he? Well, living here isn't so bad now that I've got the hang of his rules.
Bring me a cup of tea.
Yes, master. Here you go.
Pass it to me.
Huh? Are we off social distancing now? I excitedly handed him the cup of tea, but he missed it and tea spilled all over him.
Clumsy dummy! Can't you look at what you're doing?
I hurriedly wiped the stain on his clothes and apologized profusely, but he roared again.
Stop! How dare you come this close to me? Get out!
Jeez, his temperament changed like the seasons. Hot, cold, whatever. I'll just go home then. Indeed, no place like home. Oh, how comfy. I told Judy, my bestie, about my week working in the castle. Interested? Wanna come with me someday? No chance. Haven't you seen anything unusual there? Then Judy said rumor had it that a mad scientist once lived there, and werewolves too, as horrible howls could be heard during a full moon. You have to be careful. There's a reason why no one goes there. Oh no, it's today. Wolves howling under the moon? Never mind, Judy is just being childish. Who still believes in such fiction? Definitely not me. So, ta-da! I'm back again. Honestly, I need this job. I can't let him fire me, even if I have to cling to his leg and beg, but where is he? Should I opened the door to see him lying there, surrounded by dull paintings, while tools scattered everywhere. What happened? I tried lifting him, nudged him. Still, he wouldn't come around. Then suddenly, his eyes opened. Hey, the 10-foot rule doesn't apply because that was an emergency. Have you eaten anything since yesterday? As I thought, if you still want to kick me out now, you'll have nothing to eat. After that incident, Joseph seemed more at ease. He stopped threatening me with his rules and just let me ramble on. One time, when I was napping on the couch after cleaning, he even put a blanket on me. I haven't slept yet, dear master. Then one day, a middle-aged woman appeared at the gate. She introduced herself as Joseph's mom and gifted him a beautiful bird. But she didn't come inside and just sarcastically said,
"Oh, my son's got a new maid again? This weird boy. So sorry for you, poor girl."
I brought the bird to Joseph, excitedly told him that his mom just dropped by. Look what lovely present she got you.
Lovely? That woman's just mocking me. I'm stuck in this place like a bird in a cage.
I think it's a thoughtful gift. You seem to like painting birds.
Stop prying. This is none of your business.
Okay, I'm sorry. But it's your own choice to isolate yourself from the outside world. Come with me. I have something special to show you. Oh, this place is still as gorgeous as the first time I came here. Looks like Joseph is mesmerized too. See? The world is beautiful. You just need to look. We were walking along the blooming flower path. Then suddenly...
He's coming! The wolf! Wolf!
Then all the gardeners immediately scrammed in panic.
What have I done to you, you morons? Beautiful, you say?
Then Joseph stormed off. I tried to catch him, but... Ouch! I tripped over a rock. Oh, it hurts! It frickin' hurts!
Then let me apply the antiseptic cream.
No, that will only make it worse. Maybe doing something fun could ease the pain. I'll be distracted from this. Please, can we watch a movie? And of course, he couldn't refuse. Oops, awkward. Clearly I didn't think it through when picking this rom-com. Wonder what my master is thinking. Oh gosh, there's no need to be that emotional. His scary appearance startled me. Eyes turned white, mouth snarled, as if he wanted to eat me alive. I tried to stay calm to ask him what was going on, but Joseph was like a madman, frantically smashing things and howling. Stop, Joseph! Please don't do it! Ah, my arm! Realizing that he'd just hurt me, Joseph seemed to regain his senses. He then ran off in a panic. I quickly hugged him. It's okay. It's okay, calm down. Once he'd felt better, he started telling me his biggest secret. Since childhood, he'd had difficulty controlling his emotions, which often led to outbursts of anger. Later on, the moon also triggered this reaction after his stepfather passed away on a full moon night, and it then became traumatizing because Joseph feared he'd been the cause of his death. That was also the cause of the tension between him and his mother.
I think I was born with this strange condition. As a child, my stepfather used to give me some medicine to keep it under control.
His stepfather used to give him pills? Judy also mentioned the mad scientist who used to live here. Is that... I have to figure it out. One night, I sneaked into the room that Joseph forbade me to enter. On rummaging around, I found a tape that showed me the whole terrifying plan of his stepfather to regularly give Joseph a power-boosting pill as an experiment, and also to take him to the mountains to test out some new crazy invention. What on earth was that? But I can't tell Joseph right away. He needs to be mentally stable first. So I started off by taking him out for a walk, and when he felt comfortable enough, I suggested we go downtown together for some grocery shopping. He was just like a hedgehog, prickling up every time someone accidentally touched him. But, of course, I know how to tame this hot headmaster, just like this. There you go. Then we started tidying and redecorating the whole castle to liven up the mood of this place. When we got to the last room, his stepfather's, he seemed a bit hesitant. It's been so long. This room also needs cleaning, else the furniture may become damaged. Do you know anything about your stepfather's videos?
How do you know?
Then Joseph searched for a memory card, then gave it to me.
I was so scared that I hid it and never dared look at it. I wanted to destroy it once, but on second thought, it contains the last images of my stepdad, so I've always kept it here.
Huh? This wasn't what I meant. So there's another video apart from the ones I saw. This may shed light on everything. If you don't mind, can I watch that video? I'm quite curious. From that day, we never spoke of the videos again. Instead, we went for walks, cooked, and meditated together. And today's schedule is this art exhibition. Look at his surprised face. They look familiar, right? Don't tell me you don't recognize your own artwork.
It seems that each painting tells a story. I can't wait to know who the artist is. They must be an experienced and profound person.
I knew it. These compliments will help him erase his own self-doubts. Back from the exhibition, we noticed a delicious smell coming from the dining room. Who could that be? It was Joseph's mother. Joseph seemed surprised by his mom's presence, but I wasn't, because I was the director behind the scene. In fact, I secretly asked her to organize that exhibition. Watching the video cleared everything up. On that moonlit night, the mad scientist took Joseph to the mountains to test the effects of a super power-boosting concoction. But when he saw Joseph reacting abnormally, he panicked and ran away, so the accident happened. It wasn't Joseph's fault. He was, in fact, a victim. I told Joseph's mom the truth beforehand, which led to this touching reconciliation. Now that things were clear as day, they have untied the knot in their hearts. His mother decided to move here to help him overcome his trauma of the moon with me. Oh, he also told me about the time he dropped a teacup on purpose as an excuse to push me away, so that I'd be safe. How sweet and caring he is. Oh shoot, who left this curtain open? I hurried over to close it, when suddenly a hand gently touched mine.
Before you came, I really never thought I'd ever have the courage to face moonlight. But Jocasta, with you by my side now, anything feels possible.
Oh God! Can I not save one from the pitiless wave? Is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream?
According to the poet, this world and all existing life is an illusion of sorts. As reality doesn't exist, philosophers refer to it as dream argument and dream hypothesis.
What? What an interesting lesson! By the way, look at how there's a ray of sunshine coming through the curtains. That's so pretty. This kind of weather indeed puts you in such a dreamy mood, huh?
Yeah, right. But remember, there is no rose without thorns. That sunshine may look glorious, but it will harm your eyes.
Yeah, I know. The maids always tell me that sunlight is the enemy for me. For my beautiful, sensitive blue eyes. Looking at it once, and I'll never be able to see anything again. That's why I've never been allowed to leave this castle. My maids all look identical in those masks, don't they? When I was a child, of course, I once got curious, and I pulled one of them off. As punishment, I was denied dessert for a whole week. And worse still, it wasn't worth it, as the maid's face was exceedingly ordinary. The masks looked far better. Anyway, I suppose all that matters is that they take great care of me. Each day they bring me food, water, and new clothes. I was sipping my leek and potato soup when I heard a scream. "Let me out!" Curious, I went and hid in a corner and saw two maids attempting to lock the screaming girl into a room. I've never seen that girl in this castle before. I wonder if she's from the outside world. Poor her. It looks like she can't control herself. The world out there is scary. Perhaps it has sent her into madness. It's much safer here in the castle. I can play all day, paint, knit, and read. Oh, how peaceful. But I still couldn't stop thinking about that poor girl. I wonder what will happen to her. The screaming didn't stop, and my curiosity got the best of me, so I snuck into the girl's room. Shh! Stop screaming! No one is listening. Who are you? My name is Mistress. What's yours? Mistress isn't a name. Are you stupid? It's just a name. Everybody here calls me that. This girl was so stubborn. She seemed to be wary of everything. Poor little outside world girl. After much persistence, she told me that her name was Nora. I was about to ask her why she was here, when suddenly 2 maids appeared and dragged me away. Mistress, you should not interact with this wicked girl, and you mustn't be late for your embroidery class. It was nice to finally get to talk to a girl my own age, and I must admit that given her brash nature, I found Nora rather interesting. During class, I kept thinking about how I could sneak out and see her again. Ah! Ouch! That annoying girl's screaming made me prick my finger. I ran out to check on her, but the maids immediately blocked my way. Perhaps I could talk some sense into her. Trust me, the last time I spoke to her, she was acting totally normal. The desperate maids exchanged looks, then let me go to her. As predicted, when I approached Nora, she stopped screaming. Hey, it's Ariana. That's my real name. Screaming never works here. Just pretend you're listening to my words, then I'll help you out. The maids were quite surprised when Nora immediately calmed herself down and showed signs of following directions, so they let us be and left. We began to chat, and ever since then, the maids let me see Nora every day. She told me how before her mother died, she gave Nora an address to find her biological father, who she'd never met before. Nora's grandma helped her set up a meeting with him and took her to the meeting point. She was so nervous, but happy at the same time to finally meet her dad. And at first, he was as kind and charming as she imagined. But then unexpectedly, right after they said goodbye to her grandma, he brought Nora here and let those masked people lock her up. But you're fortunate to be here, as it's safe. No, it's not. That's just what they want you to believe. Then Nora told me about the outside world, about her friends, school, and shopping malls. Every day, she even drew me paintings of the outside world, of beautiful memories with her family, her mom who passed away, and also her dad, even though she only met him once. Family? What is that? All I'd ever known were the faceless maids. The next day when I visited Nora as usual, she suddenly told me, Sis, we need to get out of here. What do you mean? This is my home. No, it's not. It's a prison. Who on earth stays inside for 14 years, huh? It's because of my eyes. I'll go blind if I go out there. My maids only want the best for me. That's why they keep me here. Are you crazy? You've been tricked. Just think about it. Do you know who gave birth to you? And why did that person leave you with these people? Or are these people the ones who took you away from your mom? Don't you want to find out the truth? This was my home, wasn't it? But thinking about what Nora just said, as well as the outside world that she rambled about every day, I suppose it would be interesting to experience it for myself. I'd just have to try my best to protect my eyes. So, I snuck into the housekeeper's room and stole the front door key. As we approached the main hall leading to the door, we saw a masked woman standing by a man. In his arms was a young girl, deep asleep. Huh? That's my dad. What? Did he come to pick you up or something? Don't you see that they're all in the same boat? And she's the ringleader. I peered closer at them and spotted the masked woman's silver hair and luxurious dress. Isn't that my tester? She lives in the Grand Suite and visits me weekly to assess my learning and etiquette.
Mom, how are you going to handle this case? Just leave her in the empty room at the end of the hallway. As for Nora, I think she'll settle in properly in a week or so. Then we can start her etiquette and culture lessons. Which Nora? Ah, I remember. Besides, you should restrict yourself a bit. Ariana, Nora, and now this child? Don't let the list of your illegitimate children be as long as your arm. Then you can just throw them away somewhere. Why bother raising them? They are my grandchildren, after all. They can't end up like those street rats. And who knows? They may become useful. But this has to be the last one. We can't risk Laura finding out about us. It would ruin our family's affluent name. Do you understand? I know, but fear not, as my wife is kind and foolish. She is completely clueless to these matters, thanks to your smart move.
So, we were this heartless man's illegitimate children? And because of his deceit, he was forcing us to live in darkness? I don't want to be locked up and lied to any longer. We needed to escape. From then on, Nora kept her act up and behaved like an angel, which eventually led to us being allowed to study together. And today is the day. Oriana is having a convulsion! We must take her to the hospital as soon as possible! However, the maids called the doctor to come round here instead. No! The plan was to escape when we were taken outside. If the doctor came here, he'd discover that my rashes were painted on and our plan would be disclosed. Okay, plan B. I was still lying on the bed playing the whole role of a patient, while Nora locked the door of the room and went to the bathroom screaming. Help! There's a giant spider in here! As expected, the doctor went to check. Then Nora immediately locked him in. Then we quickly took the knotted string made of the fabrics and embroidery class out from under the bed, and then escaped through the window. Ah! I got my head between my hands as soon as I landed. I didn't expect it to be so bright outside. It's burning my eyes, Nora! What? There's no time for your hysterics. You'll be done if you're stuck here anyway. Just open your eyes and run! Hurry up! But I'm scared! Huh? Nothing happened. My eyes seemed fine. But no time to celebrate, as then I saw... Oh my God. A couple of maids were chasing after me. Nora pulled my hand and ran towards the garden. Fortunately, we were already out of their sight when... Woof, woof! A huge hound appeared out of nowhere and growled at us. I crouched down in a bush and watched Nora wave the dog closer, and then pat him. What? Magic! The dog suddenly became unusually obedient and led us to a secret place. A dog-sized passageway. I hesitated, but seeing the maids gaining on us, I reluctantly squeezed through it real quick. I can't believe I'm putting my destiny in the hands of this reckless girl. She said we had to get to her grandmother's house right away for help. What are those things running back and forth on the road? Why are they making that loud, annoying noise? And why is Nora waving her arms about? Did she want them to stop? Too bad nobody did, as she's no princess. We kept wandering until we saw something which Nora called a truck parked on the roadside. She rushed over, then helped me onto the back of it. Oh, it was full of bananas! I stuffed my mouth full of them to ward off my starvation, while the scenery kept changing. That thing stopped, and we immediately got off before getting caught. I held her tight, frightened of all the people around us. They kept staring at me. And what kind of style was that? They all looked very peculiar. Maybe they were just commoners. Then we used our power to demand a man to take us to Nora's grandma's. Oh, it was exhausting. What? The outside is actually beautiful, sparkling with all those lights. And there are exhibitions of everything in the world, such as food, toys, flowers, and even creatures. Yes, everything! But the most important thing was that my eyes didn't get sore looking at those shiny things at all. Nora's grandma seems kind, but her home is full of the strangest of items. While Nora told her what had happened, I found myself bewitched by the talking black box on the wall. Suddenly, Nora's grandma led us to her far smaller truck and took us to somewhere called the Cops. They all wore these same funny outfits and bombarded us with dozens of confusing questions. And what exactly is an ID card? A few days later, there was news that the cops had caught my so-called dad, grandma, and maids also. As predicted, he was a womanizer, so when his lovers asked him to support his children, he was so afraid that his wife would find out that he took these children and locked them away in the castle. They're currently awaiting something called a trial, which Nora says is where bad people get their comeuppance. Whoa! The world outside is so busy. I didn't realize there'd be so many unmasked faces. And that strange talking box still startles me, especially when someone is holding a weapon. Nora says when I've adjusted to my new life a little more, I'll start school with her. And one day I'll even learn how to drive one of those smaller trucks. But firstly, she's teaching me how to dress like other people do, and use this brick to communicate with them. This world is puzzling, but I'm sure with Nora's help, I'll soon find my feet. Even if it's just so I can learn how to reply to my dashing neighbor.